Who are you? Are you sure? Is that who you remember being? Be careful now. Things can get tricky if you don't do this carefully. Identity is fluid. Things change before you even notice. Look again. Did you look? Is that you in the mirror? Is that who you remember being? Are you sure? Who are you? Hello and welcome. How are we all doing on this fine and wonderful Hearts Day? My name is Marina Gomez, and I'm filling in tonight for Gary's Magical Jazz Hour. Gary would love to be here for his show, but he tragically passed away last night. The loss is felt by all of us here at 87.7 FM. Gary was a fine radio host, a good colleague, and quite the enthusiast of hot dogs. So much so that it could be argued that the only couple of things that he loved more than hot dogs were jazz and maybe his family. But his family was very, very closely tied for second. In every show, without fail, Gary would find a moment to reference hot dogs. At least 3 of those things would be eaten during his broadcast each and every night. Hot dogs were his life, until they weren't. So, to the family and friends of Gary, you can rest easy. He died doing what he loved most, stuffing his face full of hot dogs until he choked and collapsed on the floor of the green room. A nobler death could not be found, so don't be sad. We're here now, and we're doing our best to move forward. No matter what, the show must go on. Originally, Rex Adams was supposed to be the one here instead of me. He was asked to continue his morning show into Gary's block, but stubbornly refused. Apparently, Rex has special plans for today, and he can't cancel. Station management tried to coax him back into the chair, but Rex wouldn't have it. Me? Stay over? On Valentine's Day? He scoffed. How dare you? I have been a valued member of this station since 1998. You were nothing before me, and you can just as easily be nothing again. Don't forget that. Don't forget who wears the pants in this relationship. So have fun sorting this mess out. I'm off to have a magical date with my beautiful boyfriend now. Good day to you, sir. Good day. And with that, he flung a feathered boa dramatically around his neck and strutted out of the building. So, yeah. I was called in to cover things until we can find a replacement for Gary. Which I guess makes sense. After all, being both asexual and aromantic, it would only make sense that I would be the one person without any major plans to get ruined by the sudden call into the office on Hearts Day. At least, that's the thought that led us here. In other news, are you looking for a job? Do you know anything about jazz? The station is currently hiring. Just fill out an application and give your resume to the nearest raccoon. They can take care of the rest. Now then, let's move on from that onto some actual jazz. I haven't done this before, but luckily, there's show notes written out here on the desk for me. I'm glad Gary managed to get that done before he flatlined. Okay, so it looks like it's freeverse slam poetry night. Oh, fun. I know a thing or two about poems, so it shouldn't be too bad. Probably. I mean, it is slam poetry after all. All right then. I has the button ready, and the first piece is pulled up. All I have to do is read the introduction and hit the button. Cool. So who is this? Gray Reason. Never heard of them, but apparently they've won a couple of awards for beatnik poetry and ballet fighting. Interesting combo. And now there's a whole list of a bunch of stuff they've done. Jeez, this is long. Do I really have to read all of this, I don't want to. Look, the poem is what matters most in the situation, so let's just dive in and let Gray speak for themselves. This piece is apparently titled The Face in the Mirror. It's the first in their collection on self-reflection and identity. Interesting. The other note says that this piece draws inspiration from Reason's exploration of their gender and identity. So let's hit the button and hear what this has to say.
Mirrors. I stare into the glass. The glass stares into me. I see. I'm seen. I'm seen to be seen, but I do not see. That is not me. I do not see the me I be. Who is staring back at me? Mirror, mirror, standing tall, who is that face upon the wall? I see, I saw, I see again. Who is this face? Can I call this friend? Am I the man I claim to be? Why is this face not a piece of me? I see. I'm seen. I'm seen to be seen. But I do not see. That is not me. Mirrors.
Okay, so we are doing that type of poetry. Nothing wrong with free verse, flow, poetry, nothing at all. Art is subjective after all. There's a million different ways to do a million different things. It's just that some of those ways aren't necessarily the best. Forgive me for not getting it, but... What? Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm not supposed to insult the pieces of art that are on air. Gary worked very hard to set this up, and I am being rude. I'm sorry, everyone. You're right. This is lovely. This is wonderful. Let's move on to the next piece before I start a fight. Cool. This is going to be a very long show. Anyways, here's the next piece. It's written by Father Chrysanthemum from the Church of Mothman. Fun fact, the Church of Mothman just lost their building, and they're having a community fundraiser to hopefully find an abandoned warehouse or old hotel or empty corner of the mall to set up a new meeting center. That fact might not seem that fun now, but with your help, that can change around. Anyways, Father Chrysanthemum has titled this piece, Crisis of Faith. Neat. Let's take a listen.
There are no fries at the Waffle House. There is no waffle at the Waffle House. There is no house at the Waffle House. My lord, where have you gone? I searched the dumpsters and the skies. My lord, where have you run? Doth my presence you despise? I run through the bins. I dig through the corners. I grasp on the pieces I can. Oh, where did you go? Where is the moth? Where is the man? The Waffle House is closed. The Waffle House is gone. The Waffle House is rubble. The Waffle House is done.
Wow, that was really... Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, that was... It was, and it did. It did a lot. Yeah, and it really... Yeah. Father Chrysanthemum is a very nice guy and has taken great strides to improve the overall community and quality of the Church of Mothman. So please, if you are able in any way, consider donating. They're currently accepting money, pancake batter, and loose teeth at this time. Now, before we move on to the next piece, I'm told we need to take a commercial break. Ads need to run, bills need to be paid, and I am going to need a lot more chai if we are going to make it through this broadcast in one piece. So stay tuned. I don't know what ad Gary has loaded up to play, but I'm sure it's great. Welcome to the first ever hot dog eating marathon. You wanted it and we listened. That's right. This Sunday and Sunday only, gather round down at the Glam Rock District for the Gulping Glizzy Games you've been waiting for. Champions gather, buns are prepped, and stacks of hot dogs are to be devoured. Featuring special guest star, radio sensation, and certified hot dog lover, Gary Gibson. He's waited a long time to get this thing up and running, and now he gets to kick off all of our dreams. So come on down this Sunday, the first annual Glam Rock Hot Dog Eating Marathon. Tickets available online or at the door. Check us out online at glamrockhotdogeating.com. Sponsored by the City Hot Dog Association and 87.7 FM. Oh, dang. We really should have double-checked those ads earlier, huh? Well, this is awkward. Are they going to, replace Gary? Or, wait, what? We're back? Welcome back, everyone. How are all of you jazz cats feeling tonight? Hopefully good. Hopefully not crying over any hot dogs or anything. Poetry! Yeah, that's right. Before the break, we were going through some freeverse style slam poetry that all of you love. And now we're going to share more of that with you. We have poems, I has the schedule, and I have a big mug of chai to get me through this. So let's do it! This next piece is another one by Gray Reason, the second in their series on identity and self-discovery. It's titled Sculpture of Flesh. So let's hear it.
Pieces, fragments, writhing heaps, this ugly mass of clay. I dig, I pull, I try to bury, yet the pain still remains. Why won't it go? Why won't it go away? Why won't I go away? Just go away! A cut, a snip, a reinvention. I carve the pieces of the mass. Whittled, molded, sculpted new. I will make it go. Pain must not remain. pain must not remain. It will not remain. I will not remain. Stop! A new face stares back. A form transformed and formed again. Who is this? Who am I? Who are you? Is this the me I see? Is this the me I want to be? This sculpted mass of wretched clay, I dig, I pull, I cut away. Pieces, fragments, drying heaps. Who are you? Who is me?
Huh. Interesting. I don't know if this is talking about surgery or haircuts or something deeper, but it's interesting. Very interesting. Almost personal. You know, I kind of understand that feeling a little. Not too long ago, I didn't feel super sure of myself. Then I got a haircut and took time to explore who I am. I cut away the pieces that didn't make sense and added other things in that did. And now, I feel like I have a better idea of who I am. But the details are still a little blurry. Huh. Am I starting to get into freeverse poetry? Oh no. Let's move on to something else before this starts to send me into a spiral. Okay, oh, hey! Here's one written on a crumpled up piece of paper on my desk. It looks like I wrote it. Hey, can I read this on air? What? No, you closed the door to your producer booth. I can't hear you right now. Okay, she's gesturing. I'm still not sure what it's about. Okay, words. Mouthing. Go read it? Are you sure? Yo? Yeah, go? Okay then, if you insist. This next one is by my lovely producer for the evening, It's titled Dark and Stormy Nights. We don't have a recording, so I'll do my best to read it by myself. How do I give myself a beat? Yeah, that'll work. I stare into the void, and the void stares back. I scream into the abyss, but nothing screams back. Every day a cycle, repeating, never ending. Where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I here? There is no light at the end of the tunnel. There is no hope waiting to be found. It's all just an endless struggle. Nothing matters. Everything matters. Nothing really matters. And with these words, Garfield looked over to Odie and grabbed his... Oh dear, I'm not sure if I could read the rest of this on air. I has broken out of the producer booth and ripped the paper out of my hands. That's probably for the best. Things were getting a little graphic, a little fast. So, my bad, everyone. I'm sorry, You probably didn't want that read on air, and in hindsight, you were probably telling me, don't read it, not go read it. So, I'm sorry. I know it isn't much, but can I make it up to you? The Rosemary Cafe is having a special on cherry pie for tonight. We can just put on the last poem, and then fill the rest of the time with jazz B-roll, and I can take you out. My treat, as an apology for reading your fanfic over the air. Sounds like a plan? Awesome. You set things up, and I'll do the talking. So, interesting stuff, everyone. We've read some interesting things, and it's made me take a second look at how I feel about slam poetry. I gave it a shot, and well, it's not as bad as I thought it was. So how about that? Maybe we could find a new thing to celebrate or try. Or not. I don't know, but happy Valentine's Day to all who celebrate, and for the rest of us, happy Hearts Day. May the rest of your year be filled with light, life, and the love that you deserve. Now with that said, here is our final poem. A piece by the famed poet Gray Reason, who has recently agreed to step up and judge the city's first annual hot dog eating contest down in the Glamrock district, after recent events relieved the previous judge. This is the final piece in their collection of work around identity and exploration, and it is entitled Reflection in the Mirror. I hope you all enjoy.
Reflection. I stare into the glass. Glass stares into me. I see. I'm seen. I'm seen to be seen. I see who I see. A face stares back, and the face is me. Sculpted, forged, and reinvented. Gaze upon this form I have collected. Mirror, mirror on the wall, reveal my form who stands so tall. I see. I saw. I'm seen again, free from burden at last. Unshackled chains of painful past. A new form stares back. A form transformed cannot go back. I know you. I see you. I'm finally free. Hello at last, dear friend. You're finally me. Dreamgirl City is a production by N.J. Scholes. It was written, produced, and acted by N.J. Scholes. The poems featured for today were The Face in the Mirror, Crisis of Faith, Sculpture of Flesh, Dark and Stormy Night, and Reflection in the Mirror, all written by N.J. Scholes. Have a question? Have a comment? Have a poem that you really, really want to share? Do you want to yell at me at how I did or didn't do slam poetry right? Email this and more to DreamGirlCityRadio@gmail.com. And check out our socials. We have a Facebook, we have an Insta, we got TikTok for however long we still have TikTok. Hey, we got YouTube, and there may or may not be a surprise or two on our Tumblr. You'll just have to see for yourself. If you like supporting this podcast, please rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. And maybe consider sharing us to all your other friends and loved ones who are super into the pods. We grow by word of mouth, and anything and everything that you do greatly helps out. Thank you so much for all the support that you've given us throughout this entire time that we've been here. Can't believe we've made it this far, and things are wrapping up in a very interesting way. We still have some time to go, so Until the next time, just remember, we may be climbing, but it's all according to timing.